Hi everyone, welcome to yet another episode of the FOMO. I have with me Aditi Saini, who's the co-founder and marketing director at Fitz Consulting. And today we have a very interesting sort of year-end topic to talk about. What is it that's going to happen in the world of marketing in 2025? Right. So Aditi, I want to sort of kind of start this discussion by talking a little bit about guess what? AI. AI has been quite a disruptor uh, in 2024 itself in the way marketeers do things. Uh, and I think 2025 will accelerate the trend. Now with Gemini 2.0 and Sora expected to also release in India soon. The multimodal capabilities will also enable AI to look at its own output.
Yeah, no, definitely agree that, actually we are at the stage where, we are almost like crossing over from, how those sci-fi movies showed the virtual world. And now with AI, it's like a real possibility of all of it. I think one thing is for sure that AI is not going to be something that you can overlook. It's not going to be a choice anymore. Like you said, I think we started off, a lot of it was with generative AI where there were aspects of it which were not as refined. It was still quite native. However, I do believe that will continue to evolve, and the adoption of generative AI is going to be higher because it's more simplistic. It's mostly for early adopters. It's going to be in the form of multimodal AI. That's where the game is going to change, where more intuitive interactions are going to start happening with AI. This is going to be more superior in terms of taking the instructions and then generating the right response. Along with that, I think AI agents for sure is something that will continue to increase in adoption. Why? Because it simplifies your complex tasks. It obviously makes you more productive, more efficient. And want to know from you as well, what do you think about the AI agents in particular?
It's a new user interface, if I may say so. Right? I think what's going to happen with agents is they're going to start doing stuff for you. They're going to start taking actions on your behalf. One of the big developments now is I can share my screen with, with the whole Claude 2.0 kind of interface. I want to sort of check in your experience, working with different brands. Do you see, especially the Gen Z also kind of looking for more IRL in real life experiences? And therefore, as an extension of that, influencers, which are like too big now, content creation, which is being done by brands in consonance with them, are they considered as authentic? So, my hypothesis is that 2025 is going to see the rise of the small influencer.
But I think especially when you talk to the millennials, I think what you'll hear is mixed responses. On one side of it, as an example, a millennial would say that, AI can be my therapist and I can talk about anything to everything. But at the same time, they also crave human interaction. They crave experiences and they crave authenticity. Trend, what I see, the rise of the small influencers, where at stage one, you can give them more authentic, credible experiences online by increasingly immersing your brand in that world. And second, in real life, how do you bring those experiences to life? I think that is also going to be a lot more important in 2025.
Yeah, so basically, it has to be a loop. A lot of D2C brands, right, uh, who decided to go marketplace heavy, uh, thinking that marketplaces provide them visibility, marketplaces provide them uh, also realize to their disadvantage that the data is going to the marketplaces at the end of the day. It's not their data. Is 2025 going to be the comeback of the owned asset, which is the website? My hypothesis is 2025 is going to see a lot of brands, especially the non-grocery brands, realize that the marketplaces are not all hunky dory. They're going to come back to their own website, and what is it? Therefore, you think a CPG or a fast-moving consumer brand do then?
I think when it comes to FMCG, I think quick commerce is definitely the way to go. If if you have a brand which is already established, where your brand narrative has already been seeded into the minds of people. Why? Because even if from a data point of view, if I were to say, in within quick commerce ecosystem, 80% of your purchases are coming from your previously bought items, and 20% of it is exploration based, which means you already know largely what basket you want. You just want it quick, you want it fast. That's why you do quick commerce. So for most FMCGs, largely it is not a choice anymore that you can choose to not be on quick commerce. But at the same time, if you have to tell your brand story, you have to explain, what your brand identity is, what your brand stands for. Quick commerce is obviously not the place for that.
At the end of the day, you have to segue and you have to find your kind of way through this sort of two difficult choices. I agree, you can't say don't want to be on QCOM just because I don't have data, but at the same time, it'll be important for me to start, kind of shepherding customers to my own website.
As a brand, even if you are an FMCG and you stand for disruption and you stand for innovation, your website becomes a very important asset.
Awesome. So I think this is a great discussion. Of course, there's so many more trends that we would like to kind of discuss and capture, but we have limited time. So I'm going to thank you, Aditi, for this super engaging discussion. I hope the viewers find it as relevant. And please tell us what your comments. Please like the channel, subscribe the channel, and tell us what your comments are on this topic of marketing in 2025.